Hello, traders. Welcome to this Wednesday stream where you have Bitcoin selling off at around 2.15%. It's down 2% on a daily. At one point, we were up almost 0.8% just prior to the FOMC meeting, where the Fed left the rates untouched. So the rates will be the same until September 18, which will be the next meeting. And actually, Jerome Powell had somewhat of a dovish tone on his speech, saying that if data remained the same, we will get the first rate cut in such September 18 meeting. So that's pretty interesting. Although Bitcoin didn't catch any of that optimism of the market, which was really profound on the stock market, the SPX and Nasdaq and some tech stocks rallied today in the middle of earnings season. But Bitcoin did not get any kind of that flavor in today's price action, where you're catching some follow through from yesterday's confirmation of the bearish engulfing candle. So as of now, you're sitting right below a critical inflection point from 2021. You'll see the all-time high from April, the first peak of top of the 2021 bull cycle, and you'll be closing the daily candle you'll be closing the daily in 32 more minutes, and you will also be closing the monthly candle in the same time. So we're going to study the monthly in just a few more minutes. But as for now, Bitcoin is printing the first negative momentum bar on the MACD histogram since July 11 chat, and it's sitting at the 49 point level, almost 50 level on the RSI. So it's neutral conditions on the RSI. After this bearish divergence that you had here on the second peak, you had a lower high and a higher high on price. So yeah, that bearish divergence, and you also have this bearish bad with somewhat of a local top here confirmation on July 28. So the argument right now on the technical side of things, it's on the sellers. It's on the seller side. So maybe they'll stay in control until you see somewhat of a deeper retrace from this low to this high, given the fact that you rejected this inflection zone from the 2021 cycle. You were not able to break out of 69K, 60K, and you also found resistance with this descending channel here, and created a bearish harmonic here at the top with a 886 or a 88% retrace from this high to this low. Was the D point here. So not looking fantastic. Also, if you go to a 4 hour, you also have somewhat of a bearish argument there, like a 3 drive bearish pattern here potentially maybe playing out. But yeah, close to approaching oversold on the 4 hours. So it's at the 32 point level in the RSI. Anywhere below 30 will be considered oversold. So you just have to pray that buyers step in and create somewhat of a higher low on the daily time frame here for BTC. Otherwise, you could be looking for maximum downside potential, which would be the lower side here of this descending channel. Basically the bottom of the channel, if you get a good performance out of this harmonic. If this harmonic actually performs well, then you would see BTC trading at the bottom of the harmonic at around low 50s. So that's not really good, because you would also would have confirmed another lower high in the chart regarding the high from early June, and could start looking more like distribution. But you know how BTC behaves. Sometimes it looks the worst until it reverses and continues the uptrend. which reminds me that we need to look at the monthly candle close that we will having in less than 30 minutes. But before checking out that candle, I want to remind you guys of this indicator, the P cycle top indicator here, this orange EMA. Oh, word. So that divergence got caught by my indicator. I haven't taken a look at that for a while, but performed really well in the past here. So I do want to talk about the orange EMA here for the P cycle top indicator. You want this orange EMA to hold, which is at 64k right now, 64.6. So it's basically at the same price that BTC is trading at right now. And why do they say that I want to see the orange EMA hold? Because I don't want this to turn out into an echo bubble territory or scenario, just like the one you had here on 2019, where you lost the orange EMA, you reclaimed it, and then you started like chopping right next to it. And then when you lost it and had a back test as resistance, you had a big down mark. And then when you tried to come back again, you got rejected at the orange EMA. So any kind of a rejection of the orange EMA could give me somewhat the impression that price is doing something like this. Because in before that rejection, you would see price just go between the orange EMA and the green EMA. And then when you lose it, is that when you start down marking heavily, and creating a downtrend. So that's a little bit concerning here. I'm not going to use my whole analysis just on this moving average, but it gives me somewhat of a signal where the market might be heading. So if we actually lose it and then reclaim it, then everything's fine. But if we lose it and you have somewhat of a bearish retest to it, then it would be really concerning in my opinion. So have that in mind, chat. Okay, let's pull up the monthly here. So the monthly as of now is closing green, so that's good. If it were closing red and catching fall through out of last month candle, it will be way more concerning. But if you zoom out, that you can see that there's somewhat of a diagonal resistance here is on the wicks, and those are the lower highs that you've been getting on each pump that BTC has had since March. But if I had to draw a line in the sand for what we need to hold, it will be 61.5k here, the highest monthly close from the previous cycle that you see. We sold off a little bit on the February close, and then you got back above it, then you lost it, then you reclaim it, and then we lost it again, and now you're reclaiming it on this July close. So I think this is pretty bullish on a monthly scale. So maybe you sell off on the daily time frame or the weekly time frame, whatever. But on the monthly time frame, this still looks good. If you ask me, I don't like the fact that we have spent so much time here at around all-time highs that we haven't been able to break out yet. Makes me a little bit uncomfortable, but this monthly candle, I'm gonna take this as it is, and it's pretty decent. It could be better. It could be a bullish engulfing candle above 68k. That would be great. Would be a way better signal for market participants that there's interest in this asset, and then we might be having a good August. But I'll take this as it is. Sellers were not able to get a red candle close, so I'll take that as a good sign. And also, just on a funny side of things, Jim Cramer said that August was going to be a bad month for crypto. So maybe we get the resolution in August and we pump into all-time highs on that month. That would be pretty epic, since Jim Cramer tends to be a pretty reliable contraindicator. Hey, what's up, Eddie? Yeah, so That's like more on the funny side of things and not on the TA. But yeah, this is a good monthly candle, and I'll take that as it is. Could be better, but it's probably gonna give us hopium for a better month on August. But locally here, this looks somewhat cooked. So maybe you'll have to endure some more selling before that reversal. So let's talk about Bitcoin against the SPX. So Bitcoin against the SPX is going for lowest daily candle close since July 18. It's not printing red negative momentum like the USD pair is, because if you go to Bitcoin USD, you'll see here the first bar of negative momentum already showed up on the MACD histogram, and on the SPX pair, it has not. So that's decent. It's sitting at the 48.95 level on the RSI, still printing positive momentum, but it just looks pretty similar to the USD pair. You had rejection at the top of the channel, and I don't know what's gonna take for this asset to outperform the SPX, man, because we've been having bullish catalyst, bullish good news, the plan that the Trump presidential candidate for the United States is planning for BTC. There's like really good news hitting the timeline, and you just have not been catching that price action that you would expect with such news. So yeah, not a fan on what BTC is doing here locally, but what are you gonna do? Bitcoin against this is Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin against the rest of the crypto market, if I had to be more specific, going for the lowest daily candle close since July 24, printing positive momentum at the 56 level on the RSI, so it lost the bullish control zone. And yeah, this could be just a full retrace out of this pump. That would be pretty sweet, because the setup that we had here was on the 3-day, and you're having a massive bearish engulfing candle on the 3-day, plus you're losing positive Momo here in the MACD histogram. So this was the setup that we talked about, this inverse head and shoulders. You had a confirmation of the setup here on July 20, and then the follow through and actually the play out of the setup of the Bitcoin dominance rally. So I think the next 3 days are going to be somewhat critical, because if we're able to print weaker positive momentum on the MACD histogram, then I think that maybe that was somewhat the performance out of this inverse head and shoulders. But if we print another strong positive momentum bar here in the MACD histogram, it might signal that the performance of this inverse head and shoulders has not finished, and that this maybe is just going to turn into another higher low and continue its trend upwards like it's been doing for the past 19 months. So we'll check out that on the next 3-day close, and we'll see what's up. But as of now, Bitcoin dominance giving a little bit of relief for the altcoins, being down 0.25% today on the day. Since we're talking about Bitcoin dominance, let's talk about Ethereum. So ETH is going for a lowest daily candle close since July 25, printing strong negative momentum once again, at around the 44 point level on the RSI. Outperforming BTC, like we said, it's only down 1.6%. So we'll check out ETH BTC just in a couple more minutes. But yeah, you're just in the middle of La La Land here. We said like you cannot position yourself here really clearly. I don't have at least some kind of an edge here to tell you like go long, go short, whatever, because you don't have any clear invalidation here yet. And if actually Bitcoin rug pulls, then you just know it's gonna take Ethereum down with it. So yeah, just in the middle of two clean key inflection points. And if you want to see 4K for ETH, you need to clear out this level from 2021. You'll see here this this complacency shoulder inflection point at around 3,519 and 3,982 bucks is the key level to flip and to hold if you want to see 4K on ETH. And let's take a look at ETH BTC. ETH BTC, it's up almost 0.7% on the day, going for a bullish engulfing candle, losing negative momentum on the MACD histogram, and at around the 42 point level on the RSI. So yeah, this is, if you want to have any hopium on ETH BTC, like it's long-term downtrend, if you want to have somewhat of a hopium of a reversal, you will need buyers to step in at this levels and have a higher low regarding the low here from May 20. If not, if you take out this lows here, then it's just gonna mean that the downtrend is gonna continue for longer that most of the market it's been expecting. And you have to take into consideration the ETF went live for Ethereum last week, I think, and that might be somewhat of the outperformance that it's been having, because at first Grayscale was selling a lot of Ethereum on the spot ETF, and now maybe ETH has managed to get somewhat decent inflows, and it's been creating that outperformance to BTC. So I don't know what you think, Chad, about ETH BTC here, but I'm guessing it's a must that you need to hold here as a higher low in order to get anywhere optimistic. And if you want to go fully optimistic and flip the ETH long narrative, you want to clear out 5,600 here, this inflection point. Not only from 2017, Chad, but also from 2021. It's where you want to maybe go long on ETH BTC. If you're down, if you're unable to break from 5,600, if you're unable to sustain price above it, then I wouldn't mind on ETH or ETH beta, in all honesty, because it could just mean that you put in another lower high and continue downtrending. But if you are actually able to break out of this critical inflection point, then I think that maybe this whole downtrend might be coming to an end. Plus the fact that you might be putting a higher low regarding the low from mid-May. So that's interesting for ETH BTC. Let's take a look at what the monthly is doing here. So the monthly, it's going for the lowest daily monthly candle close since April 1st, since the April month. But as of now, having 16 more minutes until the monthly close, chat, buyers are stepping in and they're creating a higher monthly close regarding the close from April. So take that as you will. At least actually this has technical consequences, because on May you had a bullish engulfing candle here for the April monthly, and now you're not invalidating that engulfing, because if you were closing below the open of the May candle, you would be invalidating the bullish engulfing candle. So if we close like this, then this bullish engulfing will be still valid. And going to the MACD histogram, it's losing negative momentum, and on the RSI, it's at the 41 point level. So it's not on the bearish control zone. If you go below 40, you'll be talking about a bearish control zone on the monthly candle. So a significant high time frame for ETH BTC. And as for now, buyers are stepping in and are avoiding such consequences on the chart. But as we said, you need a lot of price action before going fully optimistic on ETH BTC. So that's ETH BTC. I do want to talk about USDT dominance for the chat, or anywhere in the chat who doesn't know what USDT dominance is. is basically the somewhat of like the inverted chart of total crypto market cap, or even the Bitcoin chart here. You'll see it has an ascending channel, just the opposite of what Bitcoin has. Bitcoin has as a descending channel. And what's a little bit worrying here is that you had somewhat of an inverse head and shoulder structure with a confirmation low here on Monday with a bullish engulfing candle that caught follow through yesterday, and now it's going for the highest daily candle close since July 14, chat. So that's not really good, and you have an argument here that you might be somewhat breaking out here of this inverse head and shoulders, which has a target at around 5%. We had the measure move yesterday. Let's take a look here. So you go from the neckline to the bottom of the head, gives you at around a 5.8%, and if you go here from the neckline 5.8%, it's at around 5.3%. So pretty close to the mid range here on this ascending channel. So this is having confluence on what BTC is doing, selling off that out of that bearish bad, plus bearish divergence on the RSI, plus USDT dominance looking like this. It's what makes me a little bit worried, chat, in all honesty, just on the short term, you know, because we just talked about the long term, how the monthly candle looks. It's bullish, it's closing green and whatnot, but you need somewhat of a miracle here on the short term on BTC in order for this to not have such performance, because patterns sometimes fail, you know. We talked about this on the stream. Patterns sometimes don't get confirmed. Maybe you're confirming this today in 12 more minutes, and if they get confirmed, it's just a higher probability trade, you know. It's not a certainty. So you have to take patterns for what they are, and what Mark Douglas says in his book Trading the Zone. Each pattern is unique. A pattern gives you an edge on the market, but you have to treat it, each pattern, as a unique occasion or scenario. So that's what we're doing here. We're not pretending to know where this asset's doing. We're just looking for framework, for patterns at key inflection points, divergences on key inflection points, and looking for best scenarios for risk to reward trades. So I'm not gonna be here and pretend like I know where it's going, and anyone who tells you that he's 100% confident on knowing where an asset's going, then he's probably, I don't know, fooling himself, because no one really knows. And in all honesty, that's what we try to apply here. So having that said, this is a little bit concerning, printing the first bar of positive Momo on the MACD histogram since July 11, approaching the 53-point level in the RSI. Man, this just sucks. Like, can we just have good things in crypto? Like, ever since I started this channel, it's been just garbage price action, just chopping everyone and having a time-based capitulation for market participants. So that's sad. Okay, let's take a look at Solana, people's favorite. It's currently down 3.9%, so vastly outperformed by both Ethereum and Bitcoin today. I'm guessing my boy Eddie is gonna be somewhat happy that this is not pumping while he sold. But Sol USD about to go for the lowest daily candle close since July 25th, printing the first bar of negative momentum on the MACD histogram since June 26th, chat. Look at this. This was quite the drought of negative momentum on Sol USD. 33 bars of positive Momo coming into an end today, chat. After you have here this bearish divergence on the RSI, plus this confirmation top on the USD pair. So yeah, you do want to get a low or start carving out a low above 170 bucks in my opinion, because this is a key inflection point from 2021 cycle. You'll see here how it's been regarded both as resistance and as support. And if you actually check out this cycle around, you'll see how the 170 level has been critical, important for this asset being regarded as support and then as resistance. And if you fall below the 170 level, then your next technical level is 144. So you can see there isn't much here. Potential support. Maybe you could have an argument 144 bucks, but it's pretty much up and down territory. Up and down territory, excuse me, from below 170 on the way down to 144. So not the greatest. Let's take a look at Sol BTC. Sol BTC is down 1.7% on the day, catching some follow through of this bearish divergence on the MACD. I mean, not on the MACD, but on the RSI, going for the lowest daily candle close since July 25th. Man, yeah, not the best. Looking left, your next critical level inflection point will be here, 23,800. So you do wanna, maybe you do wanna put in a higher low before that, or otherwise you fall into also somewhat deeper territory with the potential of going here into 20,200. So not the best. I'm gonna go to my favorite chart of this ultimate time. If you're a recurrent viewer of the stream, you know that it's Sol ETH. Wow, so Sol ETH is down 2.6% on the day, falling below here this critical inflection point. You'll see here from 2021, this somewhat of a complacency shoulder, twice tested as resistance, and now you're failing to sustain price above it. Yeah, we talked about this on a couple of days ago. This tweezer top formation here on these two daily candle close, plus a failure to invalidate such pattern, it's what gave you this subsequent price action. So going for the lowest daily candle close on Sol ETH since July 23rd, you didn't have any kind of divergence here. On Solana against Ethereum, you had bullish convergence, losing somewhat of positive momentum. So this asset's still fine, still an uptrend. It could just could downtrend for a while and maybe go put in another higher low and just continue the uptrend. But we've been pretty vocal about Solana being the risk on index for this cycle. So if BTC is behaving well and you have optimism in the market and you have an uptrend on BTC, that's when Solana performs the best against USD, against BTC, and against Ethereum. And when you have somewhat of fear in the market and you have a little bit of a pullback on BTC, that's when you start to see this kind of a Sol ETH rollover. So this is just ultimately going to rely on BTC, in all honesty. I think if BTC just starts uptrending again, then you're going to put in a higher low on this chart. But let's take a look at some fibs here. So you have not even reached the first Fibonacci retracement. You're pretty close, at around 23% from lows to highs here. It hasn't been reached. And we talked yesterday that if you're able to get a reaction here at this level and you continue the trend upwards immediately, then you're talking about a really strong asset, a really strong uptrend. If you just hit one retracement level and then continue upwards, it would talk about monumental amount of strength on Sol ETH. Okay. All right. Let's see what else. Bitcoin will be closing its daily candle close and its monthly candle in 4 more minutes, chat. We're going to be taking a look at that for sure. Okay, let's talk about Pepe. Pepe's Ethereum beta currently underperforming Ethereum, so um, it's behaving like you would like Ethereum beta would behave, you know. When Ethereum pumps, this is gonna pump harder, and when Ethereum dumps, this is just gonna dump harder. So that's what it's doing. Going for the lowest daily candle close on Pepe since July 14, chat, printing a strong negative momentum bar and at around the 47 point level on the RSI. So the hopium here, given how this structure looks, is that it creates something like this, maybe like an inverse head and shoulders reversal pattern. I'm sure everyone's looking at this right now because it happened like right to the left, and I don't like that much. In all honesty, usually the market just doesn't do what's obvious. If you wanted to look for a fractal on any asset, I would try to look way past its history, or maybe an inverted fractal, not just something that happened just 3 months ago. I think that's too obvious. But if you're able to get somewhat of a reaction here and put in a higher low regarding this low and start shaping up this inverse head and shoulders, you're damn sure I'm gonna be the first one saying here on stream that you have that potential. But for now, you're just gonna have to be patient, because you don't have an edge, and this could very well turn out to be a lower high regarding this high. And look at this, chat. There's a different here than what happened in April. This was a higher high regarding this high, and this was a lower high regarding this high. So maybe there's a clue of the market telling you that's maybe not gonna happen. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at Pepe BTC, because why not? Down 0.13% on the day. Catching some follow through out of yesterday's bearish engulfing candle. Oh, wait a moment. Okay. So yeah, printing negative momentum on the MACD histogram. And in here, chat, remember this: you have a hidden bearish divergence on the MACD histogram, where buyers stepped in and pushed the positive momentum higher regarding the positive momo from June 2027, that was this high, and it was just another lower high. So this could mean just a continuation divergence of this downtrend, you know, of this is a low, then a lower high, then a lower high, then potentially another lower low regarding the low from July 13. So damn, it's hard to imagine that BTC breaks out and goes ripping into price discovery and Pepe just dumps here. Maybe if you get that, it'll save you from this potential hidden bearish divergence, but it doesn't look that good, man. Doesn't look like it. Okay, what else? We have some new stuff here. Okay, daily candle close, just closed, chat. Let's take a look. So lowest daily candle close on BTC since July 18, chat. You have not confirmed this potential double top, because you will need a daily candle close below this low here, below the lows from July 25th. and that has not happened yet. And I want to see the monthly here. So that's your monthly. Damn, I wish we would have closed like at least here, you know, giving you somewhat the vibe of a bullish hammer, because this looks somewhat of an indecision candle now, because you have somewhat of equal wicks to both sides. So a 7.6 wick to the downside, steeper to the downside, and Jesus, a double almost, a 14% wick to the downside. So still on the upper side of this candle's wick, but looks a little bit like indecision too. I am excited that you closed above here 61.5. I do, but I wished it was just a little bit of a stronger close. All right, let's take a look at what we're looking at. I think I saw something being cooked on Lido. Okay, look at Lido just popping off daily 1.7% up. Is that accurate? Is this for real? No, this chart's broken. Chat. That's weird. Hasn't been updated. Did Binance crash here? I don't know why I'm not getting that feed from Lido, but I'm going to show you what it was doing before it closed. I don't know if let's take a look at it. Gemini. It's all messed. Bitfinex. Okay, it's a little bit better. So Lido had a bullish engulfing candle on today's candle, but look at this chat. You have a bullish divergence here from this low to this low. And now I'm gonna go back to the art chart because I have some drawings there. If there, okay, I think I have it somewhere else. No, this is this one. Okay, this is the one. So look at this chat. This might be some alpha for you, since you're sticking out here deeply into this stream. Bullish engulfing candle today, closed green on Lido. It actually closed, let's see, up 1.7%, and you have a bullish divergence here on the MACD histogram, plus you're having somewhat of a confirmation low at a key inflection point here from the past. Look at this here, chat. Look at how many times the $1.60 area basically has been regarded both as resistance and as support a bunch of times. So I think that area is pretty real, and you could strategize here if you wanted to go long. I think you have a great RR situation. So imagine you go long here, put your stop loss right below there, and you could be eyeing your first technical target. I don't think it's worth it there, but if you go here to $1.23 to $2.23 as your first target, you're getting a 4 RR trade. So that's pretty decent. And also, if you wanted to maybe attempt higher than that, you could go all the way up to $2.36 at the next key inflection point. So that's some technical alpha for you. But you would need just BTC not to roll over hard, or otherwise this is just gonna get taken with it. No doubt about it. And you're also below the daily 200 moving average. So that's not the best if you want to take a long trade, because you would just potentially put in another lower high and continue the downtrend. Right? All right. Let's take a look at some other altcoins. Hey chat, if you want me to look at anything, just let me know. Zero's been doing things, man. Had a bullish engulfing candle on Tuesday. It has higher highs and higher lows on the chart potentially. I don't know what's up with the MACD histogram, printing strong negative momentum, but I don't know. Since you have so little data, that's maybe what you get. Let's take a look at ENS, because ENS, yeah, damn. So ENS failed to break out here and created this massive deviation. We talked about it on stream, and I didn't like that deviation so much above a key inflection point, above the 27.75 bucks level. You will need a sustained breakout in order to be targeting 40 bucks. This is a pretty inefficient area, so if you get a real breakout, it's going to be really fast when price rips to the upside to 40 bucks. But I didn't like that much this deviation here. You also failed to break out here, and now you're falling below 26 bucks, which this critical inflection point here from history. So maybe you come back down at around the 200, put in another higher low, and then have another attempt. Okay. Printing negative momentum on the MACD histogram and at the 46 point level in the RSI. So it's neutral on the RSI, but it's building negative Momo on the MACD. So yeah, that's why that was one of the few coins that had potential on form. Maybe Lido does something down here, which is on the basement. It's floored. It has bullish divergence, and it's sitting at a key inflection point. So if BTC doesn't just rock, then you get my idea. I want to see some large caps. BNB was doing things last few days. Been trading sideways for more than a week now. So you had a bullish engulfing candle on Tuesday, and today you failed to invalidate that bullish engulfing as for now, because you didn't close the opening. You didn't close today's candle below the opening of Tuesday. So that's decent, but you're losing positive Momo on the MACD histogram. So this could flip into negative momentum anytime soon if it doesn't bounce quick here and start building positive Momo once again. Pretty neutral on the RSI, it's sitting at the 41 level. And yeah, pretty indecisive in my opinion. It's just gonna, this thing is waiting for BTC to do its thing. Not like XRP. Look at what XRP is doing. Oh, I guess the daily didn't close as good as I thought, but just below this local resistance here once again. Yeah, it's not the best. I'm guessing got affected by BTC as well, but losing positive Momo too, the same as BNB. So if it doesn't bounce quick, then it has a good chance of printing negative momentum and getting somewhat of a rollover. But the RSI is at the 66 level, so deep within the bullish control zone for BNB. And we talked about BNB BTC. Oh, look at this chat. 200 moving average reclaim outperformed BTC today. Had the highest daily candle close since July 17, printing positive momentum once again. And you have this chat. You have hidden bullish divergence here on BNB against BTC, because you have a lower low here on the negative Momo and you have a higher low on price. Just attempting to have a breakout against the daily 200, and you can say now that it has succeeded. And your next technical level, your next big inflection point here on BNB BTC, it's at around 1190. So a long ways to go as for now on XRP BTC. Let's talk about Ondo. I don't know if my boy Eddie is listening, because he's a big Ondo fan and holder. So Ondo had the lowest daily candle close since July 7, actually. Printing negative momentum, strong negative momentum, sitting at the 38 point level on the RSI. And you can just, if you're a bull on Ondo, you just have to pray for this to turn into a confirmation low regarding this low here. And then it will look somewhat sweet. But market participants attempt that here on July 26th, and they failed. Just had somewhat of an immediate rollover into another lower daily candle close. So I don't see that framework appearing on Ondo yet. Just have bearish confluence for now. And your next strong support level here, you could argue that you have somewhat of a level here. I'm gonna leave this here. In all honesty, you can see how price reacted to that level, both here and here. So maybe you get somewhat of a reaction at 84 cents for Ondo. Jupiter, this is Solana beta. Utility coins like the Uniswap for Solana, if you have not used Jupiter yet. So it had a nasty bearish engulfing candle on Monday, like a bearish hammer, you could argue. And it's just been catching follow through to that price action. And actually on that candle, you saw the highest price on Jupiter since May 22nd, chat. So the very same day that you had the highest price action, multi-month highest price action on Jupiter, is where you reversed and had a bearish engulfing candle and started this downtrend that I mean, at least locally, that has not been confirmed on a daily time frame, because this could just turn into another higher low, hopefully. But on a lower time frame, it's just started this sell-off that's been going consecutively for 3 days in a row. So that's your Jupiter. Okay, let's take a look at Link, because we talk about Link here, having this potential inverse head and shoulders, failing to catch a follow through or to confirm the pattern, because this would be the potential neckline here at around $14 and 50 cents. And here I'm not being able to confirm the pattern, and you're actually losing a critical inflection point. You lost it today, the $13 to $12.94 here. This massive inflection point locally from this bull market, you're just falling below it. And the lowest daily candle close on Link since July 12th. So not the best. You would need to see buyers step in order for being optimistic about this pattern again. It's not like it's been invalidated yet, you know. The right shoulder could go even as deep as here, and it will still be a valid pattern, but it was looking way better 2 days ago. And you're printing negative momentum on the MACD histogram, and you're sitting at the 43 point level on the RSI. So pretty neutral on Link. I'm guessing just every altcoin decided to rock their setups because of what BTC's been doing. So it's not new at all. Total market cap. Okay, so total had the lowest daily candle close today since July 14, chat. The very same day, I mean the day after Trump had that attempt, that assassination attempt, that in my opinion was a big narrative for crypto, and just the whole narrative climaxed on Saturday with the Trump speech, and now that Kamala Harris has been getting somewhat of momentum, and you don't have any near-term news, positive news for crypto, BTC's just been lolling and just, I don't know, selling off as for now. So I don't know what's gonna be needed for this whole price action to reverse and actually get a decent trend going on, because this range has been brutally painful for market participants. But it needs to come soon, hopefully within August, so you don't mess with the monthly market structure, because I think resolution is gonna come violently either to one side or the other. You either are gonna push for new lows, lower than 53k in my opinion, or you're going to get a breakout above all-time highs in August. That's I don't see us ranging and going sideways for a full month. Not especially after what the total on what BTC has been doing. So you're in the middle of La La Land here, just below this key inflection points from 2021. You'll see here this big resistances and support. You're just in the middle of it, and as you can see here from the previous cycle, there wasn't much price action within the two levels. Pretty inefficient, just up and down, up and down, up and down. So maybe you get a little bit more down and then you rip up, hopefully. But that's just wishful thinking, because total printed the first negative momentum bar in the MACD histogram since July 11, and it's at the 48 point level on the RSI. So that's neutral, chat. But everything's just been relying on BTC here, as you can see. Let's take out a look at some other new coins. Memes have been getting hit lately. I think they became too much of a consensus play for now. By the way, chat, if you have any coin that you would like me to look at, just give me a shout and we'll look at it. Okay, so Floki was doing things today, so it did not. At one point, we had some interesting news about Floki being integrated with some kind of brand, a massive marketing brand, and it was up on the day, but then just closed on the lowest daily candle close since July 14, printing strong negative momentum on the MACD histogram. And at one point, it looks somewhat similar to Pepe, you know, this potential inverse head and shoulders, the left shoulder, the head, and the right shoulder. But it's been selling off quite a little bit harder than Pepe here, and coming really close to the daily 200 moving average. Ondo for condoms. We just look at Ondo, Eddie. I don't know if you were around. It doesn't look that good. My honest opinion. So Sui has an interesting development here. Has not been completed as of now. So you have a massive bullish harmonic here going from October of last year all the way down to July 5th with an 886 retracement from the bottom to the top here. And when I saw this development, I thought to myself, well, if you want maximum upside potential with less risk and a good opportunity, you will want to see a type 2 return to this massive bullish harmonic. So that's when I drew this bottom at around here, and maybe comes a little bit higher, who knows, or comes even quicker than expected. But if you get another equal low here at around 64 cents for SUI, plus somewhat of a bullish divergence here from this low to this low, you'll see that could start to build. It hasn't been confirmed yet, but if you get, listen chat, if you get this on SUI, I think that it's going to be a good argument for going long. If you get an equal low here or a higher low regarding this low from July 7, plus a bullish divergence on the MACD histogram, plus price being close or at a key inflection point from the past, plus this massive bullish harmonic, then you would have a maximum upside to little to small risk of a loss if you take a long down those levels. So I'm waiting. I'm waiting on SUI if you actually get that. And if we get down here, I'm not gonna ape into it blindly. I'm just gonna wait. If you get somewhat of a reaction at around that level, at around 62 cents or 65 cents, if you start developing the bullish divergence and getting somewhat of a candlestick reversal here, I think it will be a great area for punting along with a tight stop loss and a massive target all the way up to almost $1 or 98 cents, and then a second target to $1.10, and a third target potentially to $1.25, if you actually get that, because this is like dream scenario TA after this massive bullish harmonic here, coming close to the pattern completion zone below here with a type 2 return. So that's even greater odds for the pattern playing out. So that's my little bit of alpha, technical alpha for you guys today for tuning in into this monthly candle close. Okay, I'm gonna take a look at the monthly candle on Ethereum because we did not before. Okay, so you can see the difference here for BTC and ETH. Ethereum actually had a red candle on the monthly. Granted, you do have this bullish engulfing candle from May that's still valid, you know? An engulfing candle gets invalidated if you actually have a bearish engulfing candle to the opposite side, or if you get a monthly candle below the opening of that monthly. So as for now, the bullish engulfing candle, it's still valid for Ethereum, but you cannot argue that this looks better than what BTC is doing here, because chat, actually the chart closed green today on this monthly, so that's quite significant in my opinion against Ethereum. And let's take a look at Solana. So Solana, I'm sorry for the mess here because this is a daily time frame, but Solana actually had a bullish engulfing candle, chat, on the monthly, so that's pretty significant. You also did not have a bearish engulfing candle on April. So this bullish engulfing from February was valid, well, it hasn't been invalidated, and as today you confirmed another bullish engulfing candle for Sol on a monthly time frame. That's pretty significant. It's at the 64 point level on the RSI for the monthly, so it's on the bullish control zone. Let's take a look at the RSI for the Ethereum monthly. It's at the 59 point level, so that's not bad, but it's not above the 60 point level, you know? 60 point level equals buyers are in control of the asset on a monthly time frame. That's insane. So the ETH bulls are gonna have to do a little bit of work. I'm guessing if you get somewhat of a green month on August in Ethereum, you'll be at around 60 point level and starting to get into the bullish control zone for Ethereum. But that's quite spectacular what Solana did today. I want to take a look at Sol BTC on the monthly. So Sol BTC also had a bullish engulfing candle. My God. Damn, Chad. just a bullish engulfing on March, didn't get invalidated. Another bullish engulfing on July. It's at the 61 point level on the RSI on a monthly level against BTC. What are we talking about? The Solana performance this past few months have been relentless. Not only against BTC or USD, but only against Ethereum. Let's take a look at Sol ETH for the monthly here. Look at this, chat. Also had a bullish engulfing on March, did not get invalidated. Another bullish engulfing candle on July. It's at the 60 point level on the RSI on the monthly time frame for Solana against Ethereum. So it's on the bullish control zone on a massive time frame, which is the monthly candle. So take that as you will, and had the second highest monthly candle close in its history. The highest one was in March, and the second one was today at around 5,300 and change. So wild. Given how the daily looks on Sol ETH, you know that maybe in August you get somewhat of another pullback, but this is incredibly bullish for Sol ETH, Solana, and the rest of the market. You already know that if we get a proper bull market and mania and I don't know, really frothy conditions, I don't even know where Solana is gonna go. And food for thought. Like you've seen all of those like trashy celebrities that have did come to the space for past 2 months. You have like shitty rappers and artists and whatnot trying to take advantage of their followers. They did not come to base or to CK or to Optimism. They did not come to any layer 2 of Ethereum. They went straight into Sol. So that could give you a hint or a tip that where could retail be going if you actually get some retail inflows into this market. If BTC is trading at 100K, I'm sure you're gonna get crazy conditions. You're gonna get the calls from your cousins and your friends or whatever. If it's good to buy Solana at $600, or if it's good to buy whatever at whatever prices, there, in my opinion, they're most likely will be going to Sol and not to ETH. I'm not saying that ETH is not going to perform and it's going to die or whatever. I'm just stating something that's pretty obvious here, and that it's Sol's strength, not only against the dollar but also against the rest of the market and against the top 1 and top 2. Because I think Solana flipped BNB last week, and I don't know if it has stayed so far in such market cap, but it's just relentless, man. I would take a look at Ondo on the monthly. I don't have too much data to talk about. So yeah, you had a bullish engulfing candle on Ondo in May, and it has not been invalidated yet. So I also have one in February. So that's all I can give you, Eddie, on a monthly perspective for Ondo, because I don't have much data. I just have like 7 candles here to talk about on this time frame. But at least you did not invalidate the bullish engulfing from May, so that's good. If you want to laugh a little bit, let's take a look at the monthly for Dimension. Close somewhat on an indecision candle here down below. A really small body, like a doji candle here. Maybe you get somewhat of a reversal. Who knows? You'll need further development. Actually, Dimension looks better than TIA, in my opinion. At least for the month of July. You're going to need a flip of market structure on a daily time frame if you want to talk about. Let's take a look at Kaspa. Kaspa, highest monthly candle close ever. Also today, I think it reached all-time highs. My God, breaking out as we speak right now, chat. Out of this ascending channel. What is this stuff made of, man? What did the Caspa depths do to create such a bullish asset? Wow. Insane. Highest daily candle close for Caspa, highest monthly candle close for Caspa, on all-time highs. So hype in the chat for the Caspa holders. SPX 6,900. This meme on Ethereum. I don't like that much, that lower high here. You might be coming to this parabola here, or maybe to this level, because if you break out here out of this weird number, this red line, it's gonna fly. But apparently it's gonna need a little bit more of time. What else can we look at the monthly chat that could be interesting? It's layer 2s. What bull market chat? Look at Matic on the monthly. This is like the bouncing ball pattern on a monthly time frame, like the one that BTC had in 2017 before it died. I'll show it to you. So is this what Matic's doing on a monthly time frame, chat? Would you imagine it just gets so compressed and then you get a violent move, hopefully to the upside? In this case, BTC had a massive breakdown that sure felt like death. So I'll open this chart here and ask you this, chat. Matic network. What bull market? What bull market for Matic? Had a lower high regarding this high. So you were just coming out of a bear market here. You had a high in February 2023. And the high on March of this year, while Bitcoin was going for all-time highs, was actually a lower high regarding that high, chat. Look at this bouncing ball potential pattern. Bro. What bull market? I ask you this. My God, bro. Some coins, they look like straight up death. CHR looks like an echo bubble. STX looks a little bit better. Look at the monthly on XTX. Quite the doji. Actually closed green. That's impressive. So quite the indecision candle on stacks on the monthly. Just a really small bodied candle with long wicks to each side. It implies that market participants are indecisive on where the asset might be heading next. Look at AVAX. At one point, people were comparing Solana to AVAX. Like, no sir. Solana actually had a bullish engulfing candle. Sui, we talked about it on a daily, so you're going to have to wait on that one. Doge had a follow through of the bearish engulfing candle that it had on May. Had a red candle, somewhat implying indecision too, but at least it closed lower than that candle, so it confirmed the validity of that engulfing on June. Pepe on the monthly, pretty meh. It's not that much that I can say. Link on the monthly, pretty whack. Let's take a look at XRP. Okay, so XRP had a bullish monthly candle, a bullish engulfing candle. Had almost the highest monthly candle close I mean, it had the highest monthly candle close since March, and it almost had the highest one since July of last year, chat. Printed strong positive momentum on the MACD histogram. You have bullish confluence here on the MACD histogram. You don't have any kind of divergence at the 53 point level on the RSI, so it's pretty neutral. Yeah, I think Solana looks better, but this doesn't mean that it cannot outperform, given the fact that it had a bullish engulfing candle. Let's take a look at Solana against XRP. It might be interesting. Look at this, chat. Look at this. It doesn't look so great against XRP, right? It looks awesome against BTC. Looks awesome against Ethereum. But against XRP, it didn't have a bullish engulfing candle. Actually had a red candle. This somewhat looks like a dead hanging man single candlestick pattern that catched follow through. Man, I couldn't imagine a world where XRP outperforms Solana, but yeah, still on the 65 point level on the RSI, so in the bullish control zone. But it actually had higher highs here against XRP, and it did that on BTC nor Ethereum on the Sol ETH or the Sol BTC pair. So locally, Sol looks worse than to XRP than Bitcoin or Ethereum, but on a macro perspective and a higher time frame, it looks better against XRP because it did all-time highs. Just have that in mind. BNB, look at this candle, man. Look at this wick. Is this thing for real? 26% from the lows of my god, look at this, chat. I'm going to clear this chart a little bit. Look at the candles on each side. What? Talked about liquidating everyone both ways here. Massive wick to the upside, actually to all-time highs, and a massive whip to the downside. If you wanted this to be perfect, you would have needed to be a green candle here in order to be like a mirror of what happened on June, but looks pretty freakish, man. Don't have too many thoughts about it, actually. Okay, I think I went through a lot of things. So, yeah. Thanks for tuning in. Remember to subscribe if you're new, if you enjoyed this live stream. Please remember to give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment. I appreciate every one of you guys tuning in, especially my boy Eddie, who doesn't miss any streams. Have fun on your holidays. And I'll be tuning in tomorrow for another live stream of the daily candle close on BTC. And I'll give you guys a report on my outlook on the market. So